Yes, I know I've said this before many times, but I will say it again. I absolutely love emulation. Before I got into it, I just didn't realize how many unique games and franchises just never got a chance to be brought out to Western audiences. From Somabringer to the bulk of the Megami Tensei series, there are thousands of games unavailable to Western fans. Once again, I really want to thank the fan translators. Thanks to their passion and hard work, many games that never got a chance are finding a new audience. And thanks to them, I finally got a chance to play the original game in one of my new favorite series. Well, it's a remake of the original, but this one looks and plays better, so I'll count it. Hey there, this is Mega Blade J, and today I'm reviewing Metal Max Returns for the Super Famicom. Metal Max Returns is a turn-based JRPG set in a post-apocalyptic setting. It was made by the Japanese developer Createch, the same company that made the bulk of the Metal Max games. It was published by Data East for the Super Famicom on September of 1995. This game is a remake of the original Metal Max on the NES. It includes enhanced graphics, sound, and extra content such as more bounties. If you've seen my other Metal Max reviews, then you already know the basic plot. For the rest of you, as the story goes, in the near future, people are still lazy as hell. Instead of fixing it themselves, humans decide to build a super AI to help solve the issue of pollution and global warming. The AI, of course, came to the same conclusion every AI does for this problem. That the best way to save the planet is to get rid of the creatures destroying it. Humans. So it wipes out most of humanity by launching a bunch of nukes. It then makes an army of evil toasters and mutants to kill the rest. The remaining humans have adapted to the new harsh environment. They gather around the remains of the old world, building villages, fighting over resources, and just trying to survive. Our story begins in one such village. Here, our main character gets kicked out of the house by his angry dad. The dad's pissed that our MC wants to be a monster hunter, a person that hunts monsters and criminals for bounty money. The dad ain't having none of that and kicks him out. And so starts our hero's journey to make his mark on the world. Got to admit, that's a pretty unique way to start an adventure. I can't really think of any other RPG that starts with the main character's parents kicking them out of the house. Like the games that follow it, Returns is light on story, but makes up for it with fun combat, side quests, and a unique post-apocalyptic world to explore. Like I said before, this is a remake of the original NES game. So the combat system is pretty simple when compared to later games of the series. You have your basic attack, can use items, and switch weapons mid-battle. There is no class-specific special attacks or skills to rely on, and as far as I can tell, you can't even heal your tank during combat. There is a unique protector system where you can equip an extra shield. This can give you a big defense boost, but it will break if it takes too much damage. Unlike the DS versions of Metal Max 2 and 3, you can only have 3 party members, each with a set class. The main character is your hunter. He's the most balanced of the 3, doing decent damage on foot and in a tank. Next, we have the mechanic. He has the lowest health, attack, and defense, but is the best at fixing broken parts and does the most damage in a tank. Then lastly, we have the soldier. While not that good with tanks, she has the highest health and attack on foot, and will carry you during on-foot boss fights. While simple, the combat system is still fun. However, there is one major, horrible, completely unforgivable sin. There was no dog party member. Yeah, unless I missed it, I guess there was no dog party member in the original game. After playing 2 and 3 on the DS, it was just weird that there was an empty spot all game. If there was one and I missed it, then tell me how dumb I am in the comments. Just like the other games in the series, tanks are a major part of combat. They give you access to powerful weapons, act as an extra health bar, and are essential for tougher boss fights. While not having as many customization options as latter games, there's still a decent amount of ways to upgrade your tank. Once again, tank parts are expensive as heck, so to afford them, you need to hunt down a few bounties. Bounties are super tough bosses that can be found in the overworld and dungeons. They're tougher than regular baddies and can employ some annoying tricks and abilities. Once beaten, you can claim their bounty for a ton of money. The graphics are very impressive for a Super Nintendo game. Everything is bright and colorful, sprites are large and well detailed, and the wasteland looks very wastelandy. One thing that did impress me was that you can equip many different types of weapons, and almost every one had a unique attack animation. I thought it was really impressive and added a lot to the presentation. Makes me wish more old school RPGs did this. The music was also very good. Those familiar with the Metal Max series will recognize many classic tunes. The music was composed by Satoshi Kadokura, who did the music for the bulk of the Metal Max series, as well as a few anime, such as the Mobile Suit Gundam series. Now, I had a lot of fun playing this, but there was one major issue that, to be fair, does tend to pop up a lot in old games like this. The encounter rate was stupid high. Now, it didn't happen all the time, but in certain dungeons, you could barely take 1 or 2 steps before you're mobbed by killer toasters or zombies. There's like a lot of random encounters. If you're not a fan of old school games where it's a bit slower paced, there's a lot of random encounters, you may not enjoy this game. The game was never released out west, but there is an English translation online. If you want to own a physical copy, it goes for around $20 to $50 online. Overall, I really enjoyed Metal Max Returns. It had a fun tank building system, a huge post-apocalyptic world to explore, and it was cool seeing where the series' staple mechanics came from. If you're a fan of the Metal Max series, or like old school JRPGs, give this game a try. Thanks for watching. This has been Mega Blade J. If you enjoyed the review, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more playthroughs, reviews, and more of my poor attempts to entertain you all. See you all next mission. For real though, please, someone translate Metal Max 4. I need to play this. It looks freaking insane.